Speaking freedom, giving you the answers to be free.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's performance is about to begin.
Welcome to the Speaking Freedom TV show. I have our new guest, Paul. Hey, Paul, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello. Well, I've basically it's been like 10 years, but I've been on a like self-development of discovery, just type of journey with, my life and like with dating, what I've been through. So, yeah, I've just been on this journey for mostly the past 10 years. And I'm still this day just out there in the world, just, and I've been learning so much, finding out about things. And yeah, I'm glad. Thank you for having me on.
I'm really happy to have you. So tell us a little bit about your story, your backstory, your history, and the things that have come to be your journey to freedom.
Okay, well, I guess like for
wait, Paul, sit still. Stop. Okay. Breathe.
Sorry.
Deep breath. Release.
Okay. Gotcha. I just had
a coffee. You're a little nervous.
No, I just had a coffee.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down. Okay, so basically I've been on a journey, like I said, for about 10 years, and my story is basically starting out who I've been. I've had to like change who I am and develop myself and over the years for the type of person I was, like, basically there's two different like types of guys. You could say there's like an alpha male, beta male, basically. And I've been like more of the one side, or the weaker type, beta male. And also with how like a socialize or interact with people, I was always like to myself, or maybe really shy, or never. I guess you could say introvert. Which, I mean, this day you're either introvert or extrovert, and you just have to work harder to be more of an extrovert. So I've just been kind of like, well, to that side. But I've just over the years, a course of time, I've just been working at it, consistently, and trying to just be more out there in the world, and just put myself out there more, and be more, sociable. I work, like these years I've worked hard at it to, not be that guy anymore, and, be more free or fearless out in the world, and not have a worry. So when it comes, I guess, to my part of my journey to freedom, I guess I've, developed in a way to have like social freedom, to where I could just go out in this world and just, almost interact or talk to anyone I desire, and, try to, just see where it goes from there. Either, have a relationship, or make a friend, or wherever it comes about from it.
So did you grow up? How was your upbringing that pushed you into a sense of introvertness or isolation socially? Did you go to public school, private school? Tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I went to public school growing up, and when I was younger, I lived with my parents, my mom and dad, and my sister. And when I was like a young kid, I had my few neighbors, a few friends. We used to go out and play every day. Out in the yard, we played like street hockey, went out in the woods, like just like kids would do, just have fun.
Mm-hmm. I mean, kids nowadays don't do that, but I know what you mean.
I know that. No, but you could blame digital phones, video games, things like that. Everybody's, on their Fortnite or on their phone. People don't. I do miss the old days. I don't know. I like. Don't get me wrong. I like technology. The way it's became, we have been more advanced. But I don't like what it's making us. If it makes us like either, fatter or lazier, that's probably the downfall of it, of things. But no, when I was younger, I used to play and just, be a kid, have fun. But I just, well, I don't remember like a whole lot, but like in elementary school, like apparently like I was like, I guess kind of like picked on at times. Like my one buddy told me like in the bathroom they were bugging me or something, and he had to like get them off of me, to lay off and quit messing with me. And but yeah, I don't know. Kind of I had a few friends, but I don't know, wasn't um
So I know when you show interest in the show, which I would like to like what made you when you seen the ad, what made you say, "Man, I need to be on this show?" Like was it something in particular that you thought about or was it like what was it?
well, for this, like you had, it says you on your post you had like a few different podcasts, and I saw like you have like one about sex, and then this one about like your journey, and I don't know, I just thought I like I said I've been on this like journey with myself, and it's made me basically been like a dating type journey I've been on. I just think I could just bring on the show, talk about some things and from my experiences and what I've learned about dating
So have you
and
been
things
married
like that.
before?
I have not been married. I've just been in relationships, a couple relationships, and then like I said, for the past 10 years, I've just been dating pretty much off and on.
So how I want to ask how old you are because you say for the past 10 years. So about how old are you?
A 35.
So what were you doing before 25? Before those
Uh,
the 10-year mark when you started um your journey to freedom, what were you doing
oh,
prior to that? Did you
uh,
like in college, how was it? Or what
oh,
led up to
um,
you going starting
oh,
this
you talking
journey?
about like with dating or like with my
I mean,
like career?
well, all things impact your dating life.
Okay.
Because your career it affects your presentability, it affects who you are around and who you have access to. It affects so many different things. When you talk about your upbringing and environment, those things affect your personality and all those things. So
Yeah.
what began you on this journey? Like what happened between, let's say, from the time you graduated high school to about 25, in those 5 or 6, 7 years, what was it that made you say, you know what, I need to change and I need to work on being better at these things?
Oh, well, like when it comes to dating, like I was basically in two relationships back to back for like 5 years. It was like the weekend I turned 20, and I was basically like in two relationships, but after the second relationship, I ended up like meeting someone and ended up basically it just went down south in a sense. And I had a kind of it was kind of a wake up call kind of thing in a sense. Like I was basically like friend zone and she was just like not into me. And I was like very upset about that. And I was like just, digging and just trying to figure out more about it, like what was the deal about it and everything. Cause I was like really oblivious to things. And I started finding out, trying to find answers, learning about just how women work with dating and, the different archetypes and different, like I said, the type of guys there are and what type of, man you need to be, when it comes to dating. I also try to get like help from upper level people, a few like coaches that are experts in the field to get help and, like have the right frame of reference and the right information and know how to go about it when I go out there. So, um, yeah, it's just good to know what you're doing. I just didn't want to go in blind.
So did
And
those two relationships that you had back to back when you were younger, how did they affect you mentally? And how did they affect you when dealing with people? Like what was those relationships like?
the two relationships, the first one that I had, well, I mean, I would say, like I said, I never really tried anything with women. I was like basically to myself. I like growing up till high school, everything. I never really barely talked to women much. I didn't really, I guess I was shy. I wasn't confident myself. I never tried or anything. And like I said, my first girlfriend, I met her on MySpace. She messaged me, and we like kept in touch, and we got together. And well, I would say she helped me basically be a little bit more just I don't know, I felt a little bit more confident, more confident myself. And she did help me. She was like, it was good. Like, it's hard for it is hard to find like someone who will help you and support you. Like this woman helped me. Maybe it was for her benefit a little bit, but she helped me get my real estate license because I was about giving up on trying to pass the test, but she stuck with me. We stayed together. She stuck with me, studied with me, and make sure I passed the test. And I went. I was so happy when I passed the test. I mean, and honestly, if it wasn't for her pushing me and studying with me, I wouldn't have passed the test. So I look back, I was grateful for that. And then also like she helped me, learn more about being sexual, things like that, because I was like a very, I had no expertise in those things. So she was kind of like an assist in that way, like helping me learn about those things. So, but I mean, she wasn't the best person, like controlled me, things like that. But like I said, I try to look at the bright side about things.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and it's obviously I felt like I was left better than I was before. So there was some, I think, value to it. But the next girlfriend I had was a lot better. Like we had just a lot better relationship. She's a good-hearted person, a rare person I find, because it's hard to find really rare, good people that care about you. Things like that. Like she really cared about me. I was like, one time she couldn't get a hold of me. I was sick or something. She was really worried. Came all the way to my house, and she was really worried, and she cared about me. She was a good person. I remember I helped her get her driver's license, so I helped her out with things. So, I was,
So how did are your parents still together?
no, they've been divorced, and
How
my
did
dad
Go ahead.
remarried, and my mom is dating someone. They're both, yeah.
How did your parents' relationship um reflect on or impact your dating life moving forward? Did that make it more difficult or more challenging to try to date or to approach women?
Um, well, uh, but, excuse me, with my parents, it's I guess one example for me. Like, I don't know, it makes me kind of skeptical on with what I've seen with people's relationships, like on getting married and stuff like that. So like with what I've seen with my parents, and then my sister, they kind of like have a hard time getting along. For me, I don't see myself for a while getting married, honestly, like that. So I mean, I guess it's impacted me in that way, kind of, having and not having a full household, fully growing up. I mean, my dad, wasn't the best to my mom, but he worked a lot. He worked hard, was a successful man. He was a rare man. Was very successful, and he had a business. But I mean, he had that pretty much over his whole life. Like the business was his life. So he kind of put us, below that a little bit. He made sure his clients were taken care of more than anything. So my mom, I guess I wasn't treated the best, and she just didn't like it anymore, wanted to move. She couldn't take it no more. So she was planning a move, and we moved over to my grandma's. So yeah, that's how that worked out.
So what is your dating life? How has your dating life been the last 10 years? Like what have you done to like the specific things that you did that may be able to help other people uh be encouraged and or to encourage them on their journey as they're working through their own self issues? What things did you discover about yourself and how did you start implementing those things?
Well, like I said, I discovered the type of person I was,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew in the real world that I had to change my attitude, change who I am, and just like I said, be out the real world. The world doesn't care. You have to go out. Nobody wants. I've learned I've been kind of like wear the heart on my sleeve type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants a pity party. No one wants to feel sorry for you. No one cares. You have to go out there and just put yourself out there and just try the best you can, make friends, and put your best foot forward. You want to bring value to the table. That people want people that bring value, if it's emotional, value, or how you your vibration, or value in in monetary things, or whatever it is. Like, you just want to bring good something to the table. Why people would give a reason why they would want to either associate or hang out with you, or date you, whatever it is. So I learned like different things. And also, like the alphabet, like I've learned it just got to be kind of like try to be the leader of the situation, or try to be in control of yourself, and don't let anyone get you down or fluster you, things like that. So I've learned, so it has been kind of tough, like a few times, like people try to throw you off your game, kind of thing, or something like that. So it's a challenge, sometimes, especially, if you're not really a extremely high up person, not 100% everyone's going to be on your side, or respect you. Well, either way, even if you're big deal, like even they have enemies. I mean, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Everybody's got someone who's got either envious or jealous or hates them, or takes a look at you and like, I don't like this guy. Some people just think like that, but just you want to bring the fun, the vibe, the good vibes, good times, and I just try to bring the best time that I can to whoever I meet. And I've just been more open. Like I kind of was just like towards women, but my mind's like, I want to just make friends too, and just have like either guy friends too. It's cool. I made a few new guy friends, and I think it's cool to just meet whoever, and just make a big social circle, make a big family kind of thing. Just try to meet whoever I can. Just be more sociable. It just helps. And yeah, like what I've learned, like it, they say, basically like with dating, like with women, like I learn like how people ask, may I, they ask for permission, kind of thing. Like, and I've learned that women don't really want a guy that's in a weak, submissive like type position, asking for permission, or may I have your number, please? Can we go out, or can we go out? Like, and they don't want you to ask the woman, oh, where are we going, or where do you want to go? Like, as a guy, you got to take initiative, take action. You have to be sure of yourself, confident. You have to know where this is going. You have to lead from the beginning to end of the whole thing. I've learned all this stuff. And so it's helped in a way. But it has made me it's kind of mixed, because I got a little jaded from dating, and I've also been kind of like not a little distant, not 100%, because they say with women you can't just like give them everything, your cards and all that. So it's hard to like, oh, I have to be this alpha male. I have to be I kept to play it cool. I can't be, completely this and that. And so it does affect me. It is kind of hard to, 100%, have it when I have been a certain way, or, this kind of guy. So it is a, kind of a challenge to, to 100%.
So what I'll say, just interjecting a little bit there, is that you don't have to change who you are. You just have to be confident in whatever it is that you are, and know that people, if you're a very nice person, if you're a very giving person, then there are times that people will play on that to use you and take advantage, because they aren't as giving. They're takers. All they want is to take advantage of whoever is available to give them what they want, so they don't have to work for it. So what I've learned is that it is best to literally be who you are, and then allow other people to decide if that is the right fit for you. So what I would say to take from your old relationships, the one that you said that was controlling a little bit, note the ways that they acted that should have let you know that they were a little bit controlling, so that when you meet people, if they have certain characteristics, just like, okay, I recognize what that is already, so that you have.
Hi, I'm Kaci, Dr. Kaci. Welcome to Speaking Freedom. We are happy to have you, and we hope that we're able to help you in every way possible. Have a good evening.
A kind of a roadblock and an entrance point to where okay, these are my boundaries. these are the things, these are the ways that I won't let people treat me. These are the things that I won't let people do. And then use that to kind of move forward with who to go beyond the talking stage with. And that's whether you're dealing with a guy as a friend or a woman that you're interested in both narratives, because you got guy friends that'll just come over and bleed you dry. They want to drink up all your liquor. They gonna smoke if
Yeah.
you smoke. They
Yeah.
gonna
Like you said, set boundaries. I've learned that too. You gotta, yeah, you just put your foot down. I had to put my foot down with a friend. I have to put my foot down when things are, if I'm not happy with how it's going with somebody or how they treat me. If it does, I have to put my foot down. So I've had to do that. I have been kind of the nice guy. And like I said, I've let people walk over. That has been me. I agree. And I have, I try to not do it in an assholeish way because I don't like to be an asshole.
right.
But I try to do it in a firm, nice way to say, hey, I like, you're cool and this and that, but I don't like what you're, doing or whatever it is, your behavior. And, if
See,
you
but
want to
I
continue.
don't want you to be discouraged with being a nice guy. Being a nice guy is really a rare thing because there's so many jerks and assholes. A lot of people have been hurt. So when you get hurt, you automatically start forming defense mechanisms to protect yourself. But there is nothing at all wrong with being a nice guy. Being a nice guy is like an honorable thing because a lot of guys aren't nice. A lot of people, not just guys, there are some
Yeah,
very
no,
mean
I
women
know.
too.
I've experienced a lot of bad women, and yeah, guys are the same way. I mean, but I don't know. That's the way the world is. We got different social worlds, things like that, and I mean, you got to kind of know who you associate with, kind of thing, or where you're going, things like that. So, I mean, it just depends what realm you get into and who you're gonna associate with. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but I don't know what to say. But being people kind of just beat to their own drum, and I don't know, being bad is the new like cool nowadays. So that's
Right.
that's what it is. People just and women are attracted. That's what they're internally their primal instinct. They're attracted to these type of guys. They're attracted to the bad guys, the rough on the edges. Like because it's just the type of energy they bring to the table. They're just instinctively attracted to these guys. If you're being a nice, boring guy, they leave you on the side on the platter till they've had done, what their fun.
But
And
nice isn't
they'll just,
always boring. You could be nice and adventurous. You could be nice and, highly sexual. You could be nice in a whole lot of things. And I just want to make sure as long as we're on this interview and having this conversation, I'm gonna make sure that I keep letting you know that it's nothing wrong with being a nice guy. What I want you to do with being a nice guy is to start to explore other areas of who you are, because a lot of times we become certain ways because when we growing up, people say, well, don't be like that, and you can't say this and you can't do that. But I want you to try to work on uncovering all of the ways that you were before somebody told you not to. Like, so before you seen your mother get hurt, or before you seen your dad move the way he does when it comes to business, like, who were you? Like, start breaking down those barriers so that you can be your whole self and be confident in that and don't have to think like, well, since I'm not an asshole or I'm not aggressive, then they might not like me. No, there's a woman like right now that is somewhere like, man, I just wish I could meet a nice guy, somebody that I could talk to, somebody that won't control me and I don't have to control. There are women, and I'm telling you, I'm in a lot of different groups on Facebook. I mingle a lot. I talk to a lot of people just so that I can get to know the variations of people that are out there. So don't discredit being a nice guy. I'm telling you, with all the jerks in the world.
You do what you want. I mean, people do what they want.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's somebody for the nice guy, though. There is somebody right now praying, like, please, Lord, I'm tired of these jerks.
He's usually at the end of the line, though. I hate to say it. He's usually at the end of the line, or he's getting women that are older, this and that. I mean, it's just reality. just the way the world it works. I mean, unless he goes to church, tries to find a church woman.
Right. But
I
that's
mean,
trivial too.
so I
Because
mean,
you can go to church and find a church girl, and the church girl be a cover for all the other crap that she do. So, are you dating now?
I took a little break. I did a few different things. I like recently did like a speed dating that was pretty cool. I've just been out. Like I met someone like yesterday. I was out. What it is, I just kind of meet people, whoever, and but I'm not like 100% like dating someone right now. I got a few friends that I like, associate and like talk with, but I'm not like just like dating someone. Just see what I run into and just kind of go with the flow.
So, when you date, what are you looking for? I'm curious to know.
Um, well, when I'm trying to date, just I'm basically what right now. Like I'm just trying to like figure thing, just kind of 100%, just kind of get it down and just looking for someone just to have fun with, have a good time, and just someone I get along with. We connect well. On just how we conversate. Like I've see sometimes I meet women like we don't connect maybe on like the same things, but we just like somehow connect with how we are, and
Mm-hmm.
it just seems like. And I also would like to find someone who does want to take the time to invest in me. Like I liked like for example, I met someone yesterday. I liked how they invested in the conversation and was putting effort into like trying to talk to me or things like that. Because when I meet women, usually they don't really like to. You have to put in the work a lot more, and I do like women actually putting in a little bit of the work.
Effort.
So I honestly I do like that more personally. But I do understand that initially, majority of the time, you have to put in the work. But I do like it that a woman cares and puts in effort. That makes me just appreciate her a little more when she does, puts her effort in, because it makes me just feel like this woman will care maybe down in the long, down the road more. If
It'll be
I
equal.
get in any
Mm-hmm.
type of relation with.
So, if this was your dating profile, if you had the opportunity, if somebody watched this and was like, man, he sounds like a nice guy, how would you present that? What would you say? Like, because you're here to talk about dating and your journey to freedom with dating. And I know that you probably aren't right there in that space to have an exclusive relationship, but I
Yeah.
do want you to put yourself out there so that if somebody watches this show and sees Paul Jr. and is like, "Hey, Paul," like how would you, you know, give me your dating spiel.
Like about myself.
Uh-huh. What would you say to a person that could see this video and might want to date you or could learn from you? Like give us Paul.
Give us a fall. Okay. Well, I just, if you meet me, I'll make sure, we don't have a dull moment. I'll be consistent, make sure we're always having some fun, having a good time, and always just make sure that, you're always, comfortable, feeling good. And we just have the best times together. And, also I'm a very, I would say I'm a talented individual. I can rap and freestyle. I'm in a battle rap league. I've done music, and very knowledgeable. I feel like I'm an intelligent person. I've been told like I'm a rare man, or I have a power purpose, or things like that. So I would say I'm an extraordinary man, and I just feel like if you meet me, I'll leave you better than I left you before.
So now that you said that you rap and you freestyle, I want to hear something. Let's go. Let's go, Paul. What you got? What you got? Show me something. I
Sure.
want to hear it.
All right. We're spacing. I'm here with Dr. Kaci. We're speaking freedom because we ain't done. But hey, I'm the son that that, hey, I be popping the gun. But hey, this is nothing but fun. I bring you the cap, no pun.
Okay, I see you, Paul. PJ, can I call you PJ?
PJ, sure.
I like that, Paul.
Thank
So
you.
Is there any questions that you have for me or anything else that you would like to share?
Well, I'm what it is. I started this YouTube channel, this podcast, talking about everything with my dream, my dating, and also uh, have podcasts that I've been on other podcasts, and I'm just going every type of avenue to go on and talk about what I'm doing and what's going on. So everyone go on YouTube, check out the Dating Grind. And check it out. If you have any interest, I'm telling my story, and I've been decided to blog like every type of when I go out or interaction or my dating experience. What's going on. I'm starting to blog it and put it up, and then I also do a weekly podcast with a fellow named Marcus Brewster. He has a Seeking Knowledge podcast, and we chop it up every week about dating, and that's also on Spotify, and it's also on the YouTube channel.
What is your wildest dating experience?
Wildest dating experience. Well, first thing came to mind, I guess, when I met someone in Vegas on the Strip. Basically, we had kind of an adventure. We were out on the Strip, and then remember we got some weed from someone, and then we came back. We were hanging out. We came back to my hotel, and we hooked up. And I remember just being passed out, and I woke up. And my wallet and phone were gone. She basically left and robbed me and ran out. And I was running out the hotel, my boxers yelling. And it was so funny. The guy was looking at me. He said, I don't want to be that dude. It was so funny looking back. But I learned like not to.
It probably wasn't funny at the time. No, I'm sure
no, it wasn't. I was pissed off, and it was aggravating. I learned not to let my guard down usually now, and just make sure, especially if I just meet someone. And it was frustrating because I had a day left in Vegas. I had no money, phone, and I basically had to have my family Western Union me $100 in Vegas. I had to walk all the way to the place. It was several miles away because I didn't have any money or nothing. I had to walk all the way to it. I remember, and they had to send like birth certificate or something. And then the day of at the airport, I had to file a police report. And I mean, it was a big mess. So yeah, if you meet someone and you have an adventure, have a good time, keep your wallet and phone in your pockets or something, and make sure or put it in a safe, make sure she doesn't know, just in case, because you never know. Because if you just meet someone, you don't know that person. Yeah, I like to have like fun adventure like type things. I've had some like one night things where I like to have that kind of stuff. It's fun and spontaneous, but it also now I've learned that it can be dangerous doing that kind of thing.
It can be. So yeah. So what was your dullest dating adventure? What was something that a person did during a date that made you never ever want to talk to them again or never ever want to go on another date?
Well, this one woman, I guess I saw another podcast. She told me these things, and it kind of turned me off.
Oh, it's breaking up a little bit.
Oh, hello?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes, a little bit more clear.
Good. Good. Okay. Basically, she was telling me these things like her friend had like an STD, and her sister was locked up in prison for beating up her ex-boyfriend or whatever. And then she told me she was in the hospital, and she I guess went crazy, broke someone's like collarbone, things like that. I don't know. I guess when I heard
looks like we lost Paul. We're going to give him a few minutes to see if he is able to tap back in. And Paul, you there?
Hello.
Yes.
I don't know what it just like reset or something. That was weird.
Your internet is it looks like your internet service is a little shaky.
Oh man.
But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So you said hearing all those things about her family and friends, it was a turnoff?
I mean, I don't know. It was kind of she just seemed like she got a lot of stuff going on, and I don't know. It was just kind of off-putting.
Too much for you.
Yeah,
I totally understand. So, we will be getting ready to wrap up soon. Did you have any questions for me? Is there anything that I could answer for you to help you?
Um, well, um,
Now, I'm a life
any
coach, a
questions? I
sex
mean,
coach, relationship coach. I do all types of coaching. So whatever you got,
oh
let me
wow,
know.
I coach, sex coach. Well, I guess, wow. Um, well, sex coach. I guess what advice do you have for a guy, who is like, maybe not like the most like dominant type of person in the bedroom? Like, what would you say? Who, because I've learned that
You breaking up again, Paul.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Your
You got
your
me?
video
Okay,
was a
man.
little.
I'm sorry. Oh, make it.
Try turning off stopping the
Hello.
video and just talk these last few minutes to see if it'll make it better.
Okay. Hello.
Yes. So what were you saying? You kind of cut up a little bit.
Hear me?
What advice would I give to a guy who was uh-oh, we lost Paul again. Paul, you there?
Hello. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
not sure
so
why it's doing that. I'm sorry. All right. Basically, okay, I'll be quick. My question is, what is the advice would you have for a guy who's not exactly dominant in the bedroom? And I've learned that women, they want a really rough guy, either, be just being rough with them, choking them, or, aim or a little bit.
okay, so you're still breaking up a little bit, but I'm still going to try to answer your question. So the advice that I would give to a man that is not physically sexually aggressive is that find women that I don't want to be choked. So there are women that don't want to be choked, but you have to find the I would say find the anger in you, find the aggression normally comes from a place of hurt, of pain, of intensity and frustration. So I would say, but you don't have to be sexually frustrated to display that, but just try to be a little bit more rough. There is no wrong or right way when it comes to aggressiveness in the bedroom. But if you're a gentle lover, then you need to find someone that wants to be loved gently. A lot of times, women that want to be handled aggressively during sex have been handled aggressively outside of the bedroom. So that pain, that dominance is really kind of filling a void and tapping into areas of their unhealed self sometimes. So don't worry too much about being rough as much as you worry about pleasing your partner. So, and it may make you uncomfortable if a woman says she wants to be choked. Like, don't choke her hard, but just try to feed into her fantasies. But also, my other advice and more prominent advice would be to ask a woman what she likes before it's time to get in the bedroom, and then have a conversation about sex before it's time to have sex. Now, another thing that you said earlier that is right on point is that a lot of women want to definitely for you to be in control, but they want to feel heard, seen, and felt. So when you're asking them and having these conversations and talking about things, don't give your all to them at once. Don't give them all your sex moves. If you got 5 sex moves that you have mastered, the first time you have sex, especially if you have genuine interest in them, only give them 2. If you eat coochie, then you might not eat coochie the first time, or you might not give the full coochie treatment the first time. Give a woman enough to want to come back for more. Don't give her your all. That's in the bedroom, that's in finances, that's in every way possible until you actually are secured in that relationship. And then once you secure a commitment, then you begin to give them your all, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, until you guys both have given your all and you're fully into the relationship. Does that help?
Cool. That's cool. Thank you. Thank you for that insight.
Yeah. Now, listen, when you're dealing with women, just know all women are different. So, although you may attract takers, you're going, as a nice guy, you're going to attract women that want to be in control. You're going to attract certain women because they see that you're a nice guy and they want to use you because you're a nice guy. You just have to learn to identify the characteristics of the women that don't have your best interest at heart. So if certain women, like you say, they don't put in that effort to match your effort, then you already know that they are going to want more from you than they are willing to give. And when you meet somebody that matches your effort, then it's about understanding their mindset, understanding if they feel purposeful and how their qualities and passions will fit in with yours, with rapping. And if you're still doing real estate, all of those things, you have to get somebody that matches. Now, they say opposites attract, and sometimes they do, but you have to be purposeful in your dealings for a committed relationship to really stay strong and committed.
Cool. Thank you so much.
I really appreciate having you on the show. Is there any lasting words that you want to leave for our listeners?
Don't just go in with the right mindset. Just if like with dating, just go out there, just, put your best foot forward, have a great time. Just leave all the worries, negativity.
Well, Paul, we want to thank you for sharing your journey to freedom.
Thank you so much.
If you've enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. New episode every Friday.